begins the craziness of high school basketball. These two programs have been the cream of the crop in the Girls City League here in Boston. Always fun to see the future of Boston basketball. Boy going to work. Somehow gets it to go, and the foul. Jordan off the up fake.
That's the kind of control finish you want to have.
Aiden from way downtown.
Big play, follow up that push.
The Tech Boston Bears have won back-to-back championship in 2019. Hello, Boston, and welcome to Madison Park High School in Roxbury for the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. As this afternoon, the Fenway Panthers will be taking on the New Mission Titans. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner, as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, we're at City Championship time here in the winter sports season of the Boston Public Schools. It's hard to believe we're at this point in the season already.
But I tell you, Pat, if I'd asked you in November, who do you think will be in the Girls City Championship game, what would you have said?
Probably these two teams, because out of the last 4 years, this is the third time these two teams have matched up here in the Girls City Championship.
Talk about familiarity,
right? No question. I mean, these have clearly been the two top teams in the Boston City League on the girls' side for a long time. First, we'll start with the New Mission Lady Titans. We actually saw them earlier in the season, and they've got a group of core seniors that have really led them the entire year, but two players that have really stepped up and become all-star level players for the New Mission Titans have been the Gonzalez sisters, and yesterday at the City League semifinals, Rayla Gonzalez had a great game. She's the player we'll be looking out for tonight for the Lady Titans.
No doubt. Like you mentioned, the Gonzalez sisters obviously played growing up, and they've really added to this New Mission squad. Also, Jashari Green, who's around, has turned into a 1,000-point scorer. We'll talk about that during the broadcast. But Gonzalez, one's younger and one's older. That's right. But when they're on the court, they sort of play like veterans.
That's right.
And that's the key to how they've been successful so far.
No question. Them plus Green plus also another Surratt sister. Can't believe there's still another one in the Boston City Leagues are really the four seniors that have carried this New Mission team. Meanwhile, on the other side, for the Fenway Lady Panthers, it's really their post players that carry this team. And one of their best players this season is, in fact, a sophomore, Kayana Armbruster. She's our spotlight player tonight. We've seen her since the 7th grade.
Pat, I was just going to say, Armbruster is one of those players. I always remember her in the middle school championship.
That's right.
And it's one of those situations I laugh because it reminds me of when you have AAU games and a parent comes out of the crowd asking for a birth certificate because she was so dominant in the 7th grade. So 7th and 8th grade, and now she's continued her success at Fenway. John Rice is really glad to have her.
No question. She had 22 points yesterday against O'Brien in the semifinals. Just a very good big who can run up and down the floor. She can get on the offensive glass. She's got pretty good post moves as well.
Well, that's the key. Like you just said, she can run the floor. She can sprint the floor, actually, even with that height of hers. So she's a force offensively and defensively. Bryce has actually worked on her defense. She had offense even as a 9th grader last year, as a freshman. Right. But this year, the focus really is on her trying to improve her post defense. We'll see some of that today.
No question. She has blocks galore every time we see her out on the floor. Now, for more on this game here this afternoon, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. This is the third meeting between these two programs in a month. The first meeting went to Fenway by 12 at New Mission, and New Mission repaid the favor just about 2 weeks later with a 9-point victory at Fenway. Talked to Fenway head coach John Rice before the game, and he admitted that New Mission had them on the ropes in both of those games. He attributed to the fact that New Mission has 6 seniors, and they just wanted both of the games a little bit more. And honestly, Vinny Bowie agrees. He thinks that a big part of why his team has had as much success this year has not only been his senior class, but his senior class attempt to cement their legacy here at New Mission. A lot of people outside of the program have said this senior class might not be quite as talented as previous classes, but with a win today, they will make some history at New Mission, becoming just the third team to have won a city championship, and they're looking to cement their legacy after a year ago when things did not go their way, losing in the city semifinals to Fenway and in the first round of the state tournament, something that had never happened before in program history. They've got a chance to redeem themselves today against their better rivals. Pat?
Seth, thanks very much. We mentioned before how these two teams have met 3 out of the last 4 seasons in the city championship. New Mission won back in 2017, Fenway won back in 2018, and then beat Latin Academy last year in 2019. Right. Certainly both teams are familiar, but the seniors for New Mission actually were freshmen on that team that won in 2017.
That's right, and we talked about familiarity. We talked about the fact that New Mission, with those 4-year players, may have a slight edge, but John has so much experience, his 9th season at Fenway with these girls, so he knows how to bring underclassmen around and build them up during the course of a season.
That's right.
And it culminates with this city championship. Okay, this particular game is earlier in the day so that it can count toward the state seeding for the state tournament. Both coaches are in favor of that, so here we are, a bit of an early start, but players are ready.
No question. It's Fenway and New Mission once again here in the Girls City Championship. Folks, we're going to head to break when we come back with the opening tap here from the Matadome at Madison Park High School in Roxbury right after these words. Don't go away.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm going to miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be. Oh.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury for the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. Once again, it's the New Mission Titans taking on the Fenway Panthers. We're going to get you the starting lineups in just a moment here as these two teams are facing off for the 3rd time in 4 years here in the Girls City Championship. Those are the starters for the New Mission Titans. We talked about Jashari Green, the Gonzalez twins for New Mission, Ashley Surrett, and then Golston, a freshman. You got 4 seniors and a freshman there in the starting lineup for the New Mission Titans. Meanwhile, on the other side, for the Fenway Lady Panthers, it's going to be Ashley, Imani Terry, Printemps, Armbrister, and Gully. It's Armbrister and Gully who have been the leaders of the Fenway Panthers so far this season.
Like you said, a lot of smiling out there because a number of these upperclassmen used to be in here, so it's not a big change for them. Usually we look for some jitters early on with a lot of anxiety, but I think they're relaxed. They're long warm-up. Both coaches very confident.
And Fenway controls the opening tap. We're underway here at the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. Fenway in the black uniforms with the yellow trim. New Mission in the white uniforms with the blue and gold trim. Terry tries 3. It's off the back iron, but Armbrister comes away with a rebound. Terry, another corner 3, that time well off the mark. Armbrister there, can't get the putback. Jayla Gonzalez comes away with the rebound, quickly up to Ashley Surrett, who gets the layup.
Fast break. New Mission will like to push the pace if they can. The mission's actually undefeated when they score 50 or more points.
Jari Green comes up with the steal, can't finish the layup, gets her own rebound, put back no good. That's tapped out of bounds and it'll stay with the Lady Titans.
Talked about Jashari earlier. She went over the 1,000-point mark in the game against O'Brien earlier this season. Now she actually has over 1,100 points. 1,000-point mark, big thing in high school basketball, both boys and girls.
Ashley Surratt can't hit that three. Rebound comes down to Omani Terry. They try to push it up the floor, but Surratt comes away with the steal for New Mission. Feed it inside to Golston. She can't, excuse me, Shari Green inside. She's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, she cut from the weak side and got hit on the way up to the layup. Watch her, she cut from the inside. And Shari knows how to use those long arms of hers to get shots up.
Green no good on the first. Shari Green often lives at the free throw line with the way that she can get to the basket. And can't hit the second. Armbruster chases down the rebound, but it's stolen away by Jayla Gonzalez. She tries a runner, can't get it to go. Armbruster with another rebound for the Panthers.
Yeah, Armbruster rebounds all game, both ends. The key for Armbruster as a young player, only a sophomore, just needs to stay out of foul trouble so she can stay on the floor.
And that's Amani Terry, who traveled with the basketball. That'll go back to New Mission. And Coach Rice wants an early timeout with just over a minute and a half left to go, or has gone by here in the first quarter.
I think he actually called it because he saw Terry barking at the official after that travel call. I think he wanted to calm her down and get the other girls sort of just settle down. The game just started. Let's get into our offense as soon as we can.
Yeah, both teams sort of sloppy on the offensive end on both sides. We always see this in the championship games too. You're so hyped up, you're so fired up, ready to go. Everybody's kind of running a little too fast for themselves.
Well, and even with the early start, we have a decent crowd already.
That's right. It's only
We're
going
used to having a late afternoon
build.
start, right?
That's right.
But, luckily, I mean, the athletic department did put the information out early enough for people to make adjustments in their schedules to be here. Obviously, family and friends will be here. Also, some of the classmates and just other interested parties of high school basketball.
If you're a high school kid too, it's not like you got to wait around all day for the city championships. So you're off from school.
Right.
You know, you can get up. You're probably getting up late in the morning.
Anyway.
And then you just head over here, you know, on the tee and just hang out for the late afternoon, early evening.
No, it fits in well, and the fact that Boston has scheduled the city championships during this February school vacation has always been, other than the once in a while the weather might, you know, wreak some havoc if we got a lot of snow, but hasn't happened for a number of years now.
Rayla Gonzalez now in for New Mission. Mentioned the game that she had in the city semifinals just yesterday.
You talked about Green's ability to drive to the basket. Drew a foul there as you see Fenway now going to a straight man-to-man.
Here's Rayla. Tries it from the elbow, can't hit the jumper. Armbruster with another rebound. Diana already with 6 boards to lead Fenway.
This may should have over 20.
Terry looking inside for Armbruster, a little too far for her, and that is gonna go back to New Mission.
Well, it'll take a few more minutes for both teams to get sort of settle into the game because you're not seeing crisp passes in the half-court offense for either team.
Jayla Gonzalez tries a runner. And that goes off of Janiyah Gully, so that'll stay with New Mission.
Good man-to-man pressure.
Here comes Mariah Ashley after getting the steal, goes all the way to the basket. Fenway still looking for their first hoop of the game. Ashley feeds it inside to Gully. Oh, triple team down on the post. Finds Armbruster. Kayana can't hit the jumper. Rebound comes down to Surratt. Here comes Rayla Gonzalez in the open floor. Jashari Green tries the offensive rebound, but it goes out of bounds back to Fenway.
Well, it's been 2-0 for 3 minutes now.
We see Coach Vin Bowie, who's in his second year as the head coach of the New Mission Titans girls basketball team. Vin's first city championship as a head coach, but he's been an assistant on both the girls and boys side of the New Mission Titans, so he's been to a lot of city championship games. Ashley goes all the way to the rim for Fenway's first basket.
A little mix-up on New Mission's defense that time. No one stepped up to stop the dribble.
Rayla Gonzalez tries to feed it inside to Green, and that will go back to Fenway.
The teams played earlier, like was mentioned, they split the 2 games. First game, Fenway won 60-48. Then about a month ago, or less than a month ago actually, New Mission was able to win 66-57. So this is sort of the rubber game for them.
That's right.
And, as they look forward to the state tournament.
We actually have a similar situation. The boys matchup is going to be Tech Boston and Latin Academy going at it in the Boys City Championship later on. Those 2 teams split their regular season series.
And we had that great game at Latin Academy, the overtime comeback win for the Dragons.
That's right. And even in the first time they matched up, Tech Boston only won by 3 in that first meeting. So those 2 teams are looking forward to their 3rd meeting this season.
It'll be one of those things. You again?
Yeah, right. Just like this one.
There you go.
Rayla Gonzalez trying for a runner. That one off the back iron, gets her own rebound, gets it to go the second time around.
If she stayed, if Fenway stays in this defense, then she's going to have some shots from 8 to 10 feet.
Kiana DeBarros also in for New Mission now. Armbruster, and she gets fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
She grabbed in the arm that time. Surratt just a little too aggressive trying to swipe at the ball. Watch Armbruster. See, she knows how to use her length. Surratt, number 1, thought she could get the ball, just get some of the arm. Like you mentioned, Pat, Armbruster is just a sophomore. Her development's been interesting because she's always had the height, but now she's really starting to understand positioning underneath. Like we just said a minute ago, she has 6 rebounds here in the first 5 minutes of the game.
That's right. I mean, when we saw her in the 7th and 8th grade, the middle school championships, it was sort of hard to look at her athleticism and her basketball skills because she was just so much bigger than everybody. Right. But now when you see her on the high school level, her athleticism and her skill set's really shining through.
It's a real combination. But it's not unusual to see younger players either bigger or faster than everyone else, but not both. That's really a tough, an unusual combination at that young age.
DeBarros getting fouled over near the elbow. I think that's going to be on Amani Terry.
And the Fenway girls seem a little aggressive defensively in the half court. They want, because they know if they get a poke steal or a deflection, they can be off and running for a fast break.
That foul is actually on Kiana Armbruster. Feed it inside to Green, and Jashari gets the hoop with the heart.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Jashari knows how to get inside, use her body, like right there. She's able to use her body while the defender is hanging on her and still get the shot up. Shahari looking at possibly going to Wentworth Institute next year. Got some other options to decide from, so her 4-year career is pretty fruitful for her.
Janiyah Printemps now in for Fenway. And Jashari Green completes the three-point play for the Titans, and they have a three-point lead as we come up on 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Should be a travel here.
Yeah, Maria Ashley got tied up.
See, that time the New Mission defense stopped the ball as she got into the lane.
Jayla Gonzalez trying to force the action, throws up a prayer.
Yeah, well, she was trying to pass Green, but Green got cut off, so she just threw it up so she wouldn't travel.
Armbrister stops from the elbow. His shot was deflected that time, looked like from DeBarros.
John Rice looking for a foul on that shot.
DeBarros has an open three off the back rim. Rayla Gonzalez with the rebound, put back no good. Janiyah Gully with the rebound for the Panthers.
Yeah, a lot of bodies bumping inside on those defensive rebounds.
Maria Ashley all the way to the rim.
Again, Ashley's been aggressive, driving to the basket. It's like a third time. There's Green. Well, she. The shot of Ashley. Like I said, loves driving to the basket.
She knocks down the first. Substitution for the Titans. And Shania Drayton now in for New Mission. Ashley knocks down the second. Cuts it to a 1-point lead with just over 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Steal there by Janiyah Gully. Gully in the open floor. Had Terry, and she took an extra step.
Yeah, she had a slide step, but then she actually lost the ball. That made her travel.
Jashari Green. Getting another one to go, and the foul for Jashari Green.
Gonna have a lot of lucky bounces to score 1,000 points in high school. This is a good example of it. You see her body control, able to take the bump, still get the ball up. So both of her baskets have been after she's gotten some defensive pressure.
That foul is on Kiana Armbrister. That's at least her second.
You see a nice baseline view. Let's see how she's been able to just squeeze shots up. Tough time at the free throw line. She's usually a lot better than that.
Gully gonna fire up a three. Armbrister with another rebound. That's Printemps now with it in the corner. Armbrister for three.
See, that's the dimension of Armbrister's game being talked about. She can step out. She has a nice stroke from distance. I mean, like we talked about her, she rebounds well, gets put back, she runs the floor well, but she also can step out like she just did. Took her time. Nice assist there, but she had plenty of time to square up. Tied the score at 9.
Armbrister now with 5 points and 8 rebounds here in the opening quarter. The one thing that you got to look out for her right now, though, she's got 2 personal fouls.
But again, because she's now 2 years varsity, she's smart enough that her coach can trust her being out there with 2 fouls.
Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can certainly go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/GameOfTheWeekBoston. A lot of good stuff up on that site, including links and updates on which games we're going to be covering. That's especially going to be important during the state tournament. So make sure you follow us there. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, it's the hashtag BostonGOW.
Game's starting to pick up. I mean, early on we had a bunch of turnovers both sides.
Yeah, it was a little
missed
sluggish
shots,
at the
but
beginning.
now the girls who are used to getting the shots off and doing most of the scoring, they're really starting to warm up. Full court pressure now for Fenway.
Tony Golston. And she's fouled underneath the basket. Oh, excuse me, she stepped out of bounds.
The ball went. Yeah. She might have lost a fingernail too.
Tony going to head to the bench.
Yeah, it looked like the ball just deflected off her finger.
Kiana DeBarros now back in for New Mission.
Okay, New Mission staying straight man-to-man.
Looks like Fenway with a little bit more size, trying for this slower pace. Monty Terry around the rim and out of the three. Armbrister gets tied up there by DeBarros.
Yeah, DeBarros did a good job. As Armbrister brought the ball back, which she usually doesn't bring it down, but that time DeBarros, good clean tie-up, get the ball back for her New Mission team.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. We're tied up at 9 here in the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. Ashley Surratt going to work. Layla Gonzalez trying for another runner, was deflected. And we got another tie-up.
This time it'll go back to Fenway.
That's right.
I actually thought Surratt was going to continue that drive. It looked like she had a bit of an opening. I'm sure we'll see her get into the basket later on.
Jayla Gonzalez coming back in here with 29 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Gives Jashari Green a break.
Watch the drive. Here she comes.
Ashley. And she's going to get 2 more free throws. This is her 3rd trip to the free throw line.
I'll tell you, she loves driving from that left wing. That's something the Mission's going to have to pick up. Yeah, Drayton.
Fenway currently 4 for 4 from the free throw line as Armbrister and Ashley are the only 2 players who have gotten to the line so far.
It's a tie game because the Mission's the opposite. They've had difficulty at the free throw line.
And we just jinxed Ashley as she misses her first free throw.
We apologize.
I see John Rice, who's actually at his 22nd Girls City Championship. Armbrister looking for the putback, can't get it to go. Jayla Gonzalez comes away with the rebound. 10 seconds left in the quarter. And Jayla is going to whistle for an offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Wow. Talked about Armbrister's rebounding. Now has 10.
5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Ashley over to Gully. Gully gets off a shot. Can't get it to go. And after 1 here at the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship, it's Fenway and New Mission tied up at 9. Armbrister knocking down the 3 for the Lady Panthers. We'll be right back with the second quarter here on Game of the Week.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury for the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. It's New Mission 9, Fenway 9. We're just ready to start the second quarter here. And as you mentioned, there you see the Latin Academy Dragons boys team who's getting ready for the boys game. That's coming up next. But as talking about this Girls City Championship, you know, it seemed like to start out, Fenway did what they wanted to do. They were going up and down the floor. Then in the second part of the first quarter, it seemed like Fenway slowed it up and did what they wanted to do, sort of as more of a sluggish pace for the
Definitely.
For their
I mean, they're trying to get the ball to Armbruster, give New Mission some credit defensively. Armbruster usually gets the type of shot she wants in the lane, but she hasn't been able to do that so far. So instead, she steps out and hit that big three that we saw right during the break. So it's a matter of how New Mission is able to box her in. They're going to have a player in front of her and behind her, so she can't get an easy entry pass. So
we talked about Armbruster being one of the two bigs for Fenway. Janiyah Gully, their other good big, and she certainly doesn't have any points right now, just 3 rebounds so far here through the first quarter.
But she has a nice mid-range shot, which she took, I think, 1 in the first quarter.
That's right.
She'll get some more shots.
Janiyah actually fouled out late in the third quarter of the city semifinals yesterday. Much better job in the first quarter with her foul trouble, as we'll see who that's on. If
that's on Armbruster, yeah.
That's going to be number 3 on Kiana Armbruster. She's going to have to sit.
See if you see the cut by.
Oh, that's going to be on.
Okay.
That's going to be on Ashley.
Yeah, the way Armbruster went up, I thought it was on her. But you're right, Pat. You mentioned the slow down, and I think both coaches are going to have to figure out, sort of go deeper into their offensive sets to figure out how they can try to get some better shots. A lot of these shots have been forced because of good defense from both teams. It's not a matter of bad decisions, it's just a matter of better defense.
Shari Green, 1 on a 2 from the line. She's now 2 for 6 so far in this game. Gully trying to go baseline, back up top to Terry. Amani Terry tries a runner, can't get it to go. Gully going after the loose ball. Picked up that time by DeBarros. Stolen away by Printemps. Gully can't get the jumper.
That's that mid-range shot I was talking about.
Surrett off the up fake.
One of her favorite shots.
Terry open corner 3, off the mark that time.
Good close out that time by Gonzalez, Rayla.
Jayla Gonzalez unable to finish that one. Printemps jumps on it. And Ashley gets stripped up near the baseline. That foul is going to be on Ashley Surrett.
Both girls going to the floor with a loose ball.
Substitution for Fenway.
A little more size. Neal's coming in.
Yeah, Winter Neal, the sophomore.
Coming in for Terry.
Printemps tries to kick it back up top to Ashley.
And the mission's now gone into like a 2-3 zone, but they're all leaning toward Armbruster.
Ashley on the drive gets her own offensive rebound, and she's going to go back to the free throw line.
That was just good hustle there. As she out jumps Green. Foul's going to be on Green, actually.
Maria Ashley 2 for 4 from the free throw line so far here in the first half. Struggles continue for Amaria Ashley.
One shot.
Ashley can't hit the second. Armbruster gets the putback to go off the rebound. only been those two, Ashley and Armbruster, who have scored now for the Fenway Panthers. Armbruster now with 7 points to go along with 12 rebounds. We only have 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Deanna Hatcher now in the game for New Mission, cannot knock down that jumper. Temps now bringing it up for Fenway, and they're going to whistle her for a travel.
Good job for New Mission to have the Barrow step up and force that traveling violation.
Jayla Gonzalez steps in for a long two. Shari Green trying to save it. Here comes Ashley. Maria Ashley, nice little sidestep.
Totally under control. Like you mentioned, Pat, that sidestep is what freed her up.
Gives the Panthers a 3-point lead. Jayla Gonzalez, corner jumper off the back iron. Armbruster for her 13th rebound. Gully getting double teamed. Somehow gets the shot off and kisses it off the window.
Use her height that time to step in. Again, under control. That's the key. Travel there. She saw Armbruster in front of her. Didn't want to drive and didn't want to shoot, so took the extra step.
Ashley Surratt coming back in for New Mission.
Turnovers now evened up at 7 apiece.
Monty Terry now back in for Fenway. Corner three for Fenway off the mark that time from Winter Neal. Ashley Surratt burying a three.
Long three from that left wing. Bring your team back within 2.
Surratt now with 5 points for New Mission. Gully.
Travel there, yeah. It's interesting, a big three-pointer like Surratt just had. Perfect defense right after that to force a pass to the opposite side and the travel violation.
Tony Golston coming back in for Fenway. New Mission rather, excuse me. Jayla Gonzalez.
This time she draw a foul. She was able to force her way into the lane. Both teams now trying to attack off the dribble. Well, but knocked away with some contact. It's a big three-pointer for Surratt because their team was down 5. They had like 3 consecutive empty possessions. So for her to bring them within 2, get a good defensive series, and come back and free throws can tie the game.
Jayla Gonzalez knocks down the first as she hits the front end of the 1-and-1. You mentioned Ashley Surratt too. New Mission didn't have her for most of the season last year, and now with her coming back, they have a lot more outside shooting.
Her ankle, right?
That's right. She had a bad ankle sprain. Gonzalez 1 out of 2 from the line. It's back to a 1-point game. Fenway on top here with 3:40 left to go in the second quarter.
So good job. So Surratt took away that drive from Golston.
Armbruster can't get that 3 to go. That was halfway down. Gonzalez. That's going to be number 4 on Kiana Armbruster. Excuse me, that's number 3. That one before wasn't on her. So that's number 3
Again,
on Kiana Armbruster.
I guess that must be that's got to be the strategy to drive right at Armbruster. Don't worry about the block shot, which is a funny thing because a lot of young players, it's tough to get in their heads. Don't worry about a block shot. usually with a big crowd, people don't want to be embarrassed. So it's like, but they're doing the right thing. They're challenging Armbruster, making her decide if she's going to challenge the shot or just step back. Watch 23 in black. She just put her hands up, but again, because she was sliding, she was called the foul in motion. That's key. See, we talked about her trying to stay out of foul trouble. Hit 3:23 to go before halftime.
She leaves with 7 points and 14 rebounds. Can't imagine her coming back in until
I was
third
just going to
quarter.
say, she'll probably sit out the rest of the half.
Neal trying to feed it inside to Gully, but that's going to go out of bounds. With a substitution for New Mission, Rayla comes in for Jayla Gonzalez.
Yo, chance for New Mission to take the lead for the first time in a while.
Drayton inside. A lot of contact, no whistle. Here comes Winter Neal out in the open floor for Fenway. Winter with an offensive foul. She gave Golston a little bit of a shove.
Didn't need to because she actually made a nice move. She stopped on the dime, but threw that off arm out there.
Coming back in for Fenway is Hadiatu Ba. Ashley Surratt trying to carve out space, and she's going to get 2 free throws.
Yep, she was confident there because she got the ball, set herself, like you said. Teammate was able to get her the ball in a good spot. She was without Armbruster out there. We can expect New Mission to pretty much go into the lane every time. You got 2.5 minutes before halftime, plenty of time. You see the grab of the arm.
Surratt can't hit the first one. Maria Ashley whistled for that foul. You see Coach Bowie not too happy with what's going on at the free throw line right now.
That's not what you expect.
Can't hit the second either. It's the New Mission seniors who are missing these free throws. Ashley double teamed up top, gets it back off the loose ball, goes to the rim, and she's going to get back to the charity stripe.
Goes on Surratt. Another strong drive. Ball on Drayton, okay.
Ashley knocks down the first substitution for New Mission. Drayton heads back to the bench. Jayla Gonzalez now back in to join her twin sister Rayla, along with Jashari Green, Tony Golston, and Ashley Surratt. Second free throw, no good for Ashley. Green with the rebound. And Jashari loses it out of bounds. That goes back to Fenway. The Mission bench not happy with that call.
Yeah, I thought one of the Fenway players actually had to go off her foot.
Coming up on 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter of the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. Fenway with a 1-point lead over New Mission. Ashley again inside the paint, can't finish off the window, gets her own rebound. Gully thought about a three, now going baseline, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah. They didn't realize the ball didn't hit the rim.
Jayla Gonzalez sees an opening, and she's going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, a little reach in there, create the contact. But as poorly as both teams have been shooting free throws, the pace of this game, it may come down to free throws.
That's right.
Both coaches will remind them at halftime that Get to the line, take your time. You hardly ever see an actual 10-second call made on a free throw.
Jayla could not hit the first.
See a nice drive by Jayla using her left hand. Reach in right there gave her the free throw.
Oh. Jayla can't hit the second. 2 for 6 from the line is Jayla Gonzalez. Can't squeeze that one in either. Here comes Amaria Ashley. Gets it poked away by Green. Quickly up to Jayla Gonzalez. Jayla can't get that to go.
Good
Ashley
defense
with the
by
rebound.
Gully. Gully hustled back to take that shot away. Yeah, Gully hasn't had much offense so far, but she's done a good job rebounding and defending.
Under a minute to go here in the second quarter. 1 point lead for the Fenway Lady Panthers. Gully gets the hoop in the harm for Fenway.
Again, good job as she set a pick and cut. Watch as she gets the ball back and did the right thing. As soon as she felt the bump, she get the shot up.
Gully completes the three-point play. Puts Fenway up by 4.
Final minute of the half. Second quarter turned into a free throw shooting contest.
Golston can't hit the corner jumper.
She's gonna come back to her left. She goes.
Gully from the elbow, gets it to go.
Exact same play. Gully set the pick at the elbow. That time she decided to hit the short jumper.
Tonight Gully now with 7 points here in the quarter. 6-point lead for Fenway. Offensive foul on Deshari Green.
That's a killer there with 12 seconds to go before the half. That's a new mission. That's a very important call.
Jordan Ferreira now in for the Lady Titans. 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. That'll stay with Fenway. Ashley tries to get it off before the buzzer. Surrett. And after
did you say she's a quarterback?
She will be next year. After one half here at the Girls 2020 Boston City Championship, it's Fenway 21, New Mission 15. And you just saw another sluggish quarter there from both teams, but the free throw line is really what's been tripping up both these squads.
Both of them, but points. Right now you got Fenway taking more advantage of it with 6-point lead, even though they do have Armbrist in foul trouble. Green's in foul trouble for New Mission, so both coaches have to sort of work their way around that with the different lineups to figure out how they can still get something out of those two players who are key scorers for both teams.
No question. We saw Armbrist go out there midway through the second quarter, and then Gully started to pick it up towards the end of the quarter. She saw that when Armbrist went out, she had to pick it up.
Yeah, well, Gully, we've seen it before. As a matter of fact, she played a lot as a freshman. So she's reliable. Like we said, has 7 points in that second quarter.
No question. We'll see how these two teams adjust here at the half. The head coach of the New Mission Titans, Vin Bowie, is with our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth?
Joined by New Mission coach Vinny Bowie. Coach, you want to play a frenetic pace, but thus far it's been a half-court kind of game. How do you dictate and change the tempo in the second half?
We just got to run more, and we have to make a conscious effort, just to get across that half-court line. And then, go out at our speed. I know it's not been the pace that we want, but it definitely will change for the second half, or at least it will have to.
Offensively, you've been very aggressive getting to the hoop. A couple of Fenway players already with 3 or more fouls. Is that something that you want to do, especially early in that second half, to potentially knock out Ba and even Armbruster and give yourself a chance at some of those bench players for Fenway?
Yes, so we have about 4 or 5 girls on the court at all times that can kind of put it on the floor and get to the rim. We've been really successful in drawing some fouls and getting into the paint. Right now, it's just a matter of making our open layups and hitting our free throws.
Jashari just picked up her 3rd foul. She's been frustrated a little bit offensively. How do you get her going in the second half?
You know, we're gonna run some schemes, try to see if we can free her up a little bit. She's a senior. You know, there's not much you can tell someone that's in their last year that they shouldn't be telling themselves.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Good luck in the second half. Guys, take it away.
Seth, thanks very much. Coach Bowie, one thing he is going to address is those free throws. New Mission 4 for 13 at the free throw line there in the first half.
That's why they're behind. I mean, they easily could be ahead. I mean, Fenway also had their troubles in the second quarter with free throws, but like we mentioned early on, a lot of these games, as the score stays close, getting down to the end, comes down to both rebounding and free throws. So both teams sort of in the same situation, even though right now Fenway has a 6-point lead.
That's right. We'll see what type of adjustments these teams can make. Maybe when they switch baskets, they'll shoot better at the free throw line. Sometimes, as crazy as that
Sometimes
sounds,
it's in
it
your head.
actually works.
Right, exactly. I mean, both these teams have been here before, so there is some like familiarity with the surroundings, the crowd, the depth, and all that. But you're right. Free throw shooting. Coaches just can, that might be the most frustrating part of having a very good team. When all of a sudden, in the biggest situations, all your best players stop missing free throws.
Right.
But it's happened both ways so far.
Yeah, that's right. Both teams struggling at the line, folks. We're going to head to break. Fenway with a 6-point lead. We'll be right back with our halftime stats and some halftime highlights here at the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship right after these messages. Don't go away.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry, I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
breathe right into your foot,
your plumber's masseuse,
yes,
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September. I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury. We're at the half here at the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. Fenway leads New Mission by 6. And if we take a look at the halftime stats here, first up we're going to have the New Mission Lady Titans.
There's New Mission, Green with 6 and Surrett with 5. That's low for them. 15.5 is very low for New Mission. Rebounds, the 2 Gonzalez, 5 and 3. Then assists, Gonzalez, again, 1 and 1. Their offense in the half court has been very ineffective. Some missed layups, like the coach said to Seth earlier. So it's been tough for New Mission inside.
Let's take a look at the Fenway halftime stats.
As expected, Armbrister and Sully, the 2 big girls up front, 7 points each. Armbrister, 14 rebounds, most of those in the first quarter. Ashley with 6 rebounds, Ashley 3 assists, and Terry with 1. So it's going to be sort of a chess match in terms of this foul trouble. We talked about Green with 3 fouls. I guess Armbrister has 3 also. So it's Gully took over a little bit in that second quarter. This is her first hoop of the game. Used a nice step-in move off the backboard. Then she had this play going to the basket after she set a pick, got the 3-point play. And then she also was able, on the same play, step back and hit the mid-range jump shot. So Gully, who was scoreless in the first quarter, once Armbrister went out of the game, she was smart enough as a senior to understand, listen, I got to pick it up a little bit. I got to look for the ball. I got to be aggressive. That's exactly what she did. And she's helped to actually give Fenway this 6-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, it's certainly nice for Coach Rice when one of your big star players goes out, has foul trouble, or if there's an injury, something, you have that other one that can kind of just step right in.
Just make a slight adjustment, and instead of the ball being fed to Armbrister because she's out of the game, you look for Gully. Gully, right. And I like the way Gully really didn't seem to get frustrated in the first quarter when she wasn't able to score. She had some point-blank shots that she missed. One of her shots actually went halfway down and came out. So as a senior, again, coaches like to see the composure, which Gully kept. So with her playing pretty much the entire half, she was able to pick up the scoring for that second quarter.
Just about set to start the third quarter here at the Girls City Championship. As you mentioned, Coach Bowie.
Yeah, he's
hoping his team shoots better from the free throw line.
Well, that's the key. I mean, the 2 things for him is, for this third quarter especially, you got to hope that his team can first make some free throws, right, but secondly, stay out of foul trouble, because you got, with the size that Fenway has, you've got to be able to rebound against them, and you can't. Yeah, okay, I mentioned the rebound. 30-16 in that first half. Fenway, the bigger team, should have an edge, but that's a huge edge. We talk about 30-16.
Doubling up
right.
New Mission on the boards. So Fenway will start the third quarter with the basketball. They have a 6-point lead. Armbrister back in there, now carrying 3 personal fouls.
A sliding zone for New Mission coming out of 2-3. Trying to keep Fenway out of the lane, but he will give out some outside shots. Trying to be patient, less than 10 seconds in the shot clock.
Ashley firing up a 3, banks it off the window.
She'll take that. See, if New Mission stays in that defense, it's going to give those shots that deep. They'll be wide open for Fenway.
Ari Ashley now with 10 points to lead the Fenway Panthers. Rayla Gonzalez, short on the elbow jumper. Surratt, put back, no good. Gully with the rebound for Fenway.
Really a key time. Now he's seeing New Mission slide right back to the man-to-man defense.
Armbrister looking for an opening. Can't convert. Gets her own rebound. Gully fires up a 3. Can't hit it off the back iron. Green with the rebound for New Mission. Jashari in the open floor. Gets it poked away by Amani Terry. Gonzalez gets it right back. Jayla can't hit the runner. Printemps. And now it's Terry who corrals the rebound for Fenway. Amani Terry trying to go coast to coast. Rayla Gonzalez gets blocked inside by Gully.
So Gully's doing everything, Pat.
Terry can't hit the runner. You got a foul on the inside. That's going to be on Janiyah Gully.
They call it on Terry. Wow. After she missed the shot of it, she must have reached in.
Amani's had a tough time so far offensively. Amani's usually got a couple of baskets at this point. Certainly a good three-point shooter. We've seen her hit several of those over the last couple of years. No points right now for Terry, just 1 rebound. Rayla Gonzalez blocked inside by Gully. Jayla Gonzalez tries to feed it into Green. Maria Ashley again at the rim. And she's going to get 2 more from the charity stripe. Ashley Surratt with the foul.
Again, frustration continues with New Mission on both the off. Well, that one's.
That looked like offensive there.
Questionable there.
I don't know what else Ashley Surratt could do there.
Surratt was right there.
She might have slid at the last second. That sometimes gets you.
Yeah, sometimes the angle. I mean, that was a baseline official, so from where it was, it may look like she was moving.
Ashley knocks down the first. 11 points now.
First 10-point lead. No, on that one, that's a tough call there. First 10-point lead for either team.
Ashley knocks down both. Extends Fenway's lead to 11 here with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Ashley Surratt now with 3 fouls. Deep 3 for Surratt, short on that one. That one chased down by Gully. Inside to Ashley. And that's going to be a travel. That was close to being the 4th foul on Ashley Surratt.
Give Surratt credit. She hustled back after she took that long 3. Got in position, but made sure that she didn't swipe down her arm. Meanwhile, travel violation was called.
Jayla Gonzalez knocks down the runner.
The Mission needs a lot more of that because basically John Rice is playing like a triangle and 2 right now. She's keeping a girl on Green and another girl on Surratt. So the other 3 players, 2 Gonzalez sisters, are going to have to look for some offense.
Ashley gets tied up that time by DeBarros. Here comes Green. Over to Gonzalez. She couldn't finish, goes off a gully. So to stay with the mission.
Nice pass by Green. I think Gonzalez just a little anxious underneath.
Wide open is Jayla Gonzalez. She gets that layup for her 4th point of the game.
Okay, back-to-back hoops make them feel a little better. Down by 7.
And Coach Rice wants a timeout here with 4:22 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Fenway currently with a 7-point lead. But like you mentioned, New Mission getting a couple of baskets from Jayla Gonzalez. The Gonzalez sisters have been a little quiet so far.
That's what I'm saying. They now have to step up, definitely.
Folks, after this game, we don't know which state tournament games are going to be covered, but we do know on Friday night, March 20th, we're going to have the Boston City League All-Star Classic over at Northeastern University's Cabot Center. It's going to be 5:45 p.m. on Friday, March 20th, live on Boston City TV. If you got Xfinity, it's channel 24. RCN, it's channel 13. If you got Verizon Files, it's channel 1962. Always a lot of fun seeing all the All-Stars from the Boston City League converge over at Northeastern University.
John Rice, I think he's concerned that even though New Mission has some foul trouble, he doesn't see his girls really taking much advantage of that. But he'll set, I think he's going to set some plays where he either has Armbruster or Gully making an offensive move toward the basket. Because the New Mission team is much smaller at this point, size-wise, much smaller, plus they have the foul trouble.
Talk about the size for Fenway. Armbruster and Gully have 23 rebounds together. We got a quarter and a half left to go.
Well, Armbruster's going to end up at 20 as long as he doesn't foul out. Gonzalez with the pushing foul.
That's Rayla Gonzalez. Called for the shove.
It's tough for New Mission because they've been out of sorts with their half-court offense. And usually they can depend on the defense to create some fast breaks, but very few in this game.
Gully short on that 3. Jashari Green with the rebound. Green gets tied up underneath the hoop. That's going to be foul on the floor, and Omari Ashley.
Yeah, block and foul on Ashley.
Kind of twisted her knee up a little bit there. She's limping a little bit here for Fenway.
Yeah,
she might have to come off the floor.
Ashley stepped in. Well, it looks like Green actually landed on her. She says she's all right. She has, created that block. Free throw problems still continue.
Knocks down the second. That 3 buried that time from Kayana Armbruster.
There's nothing you can do about that. She is so deep. It'd be crazy to even challenge that.
Gonzalez comes back. Jayla Gonzalez heating up here in the 3rd.
That's exactly what the Mission needs to try to stay in this game.
Jayla Gonzalez converts off the window. Jayla Gonzalez on the putback for New Mission.
Key for New Mission, they've got to get some stops. Meanwhile, Fenway's playing pretty comfortable. They're getting what they want inside.
Jayla Gonzalez now with 8 points here in the quarter. She's got 10 overall. Armbruster short on that 3. Gully with the rebound. Gully's going to get 2 more from the charity stripe.
Hey, Pat, from the second quarter on, Gully has really sort of taken this game over. I mean, she's doing a little of everything. She's rebounding, she's defending, scoring. Nice little move, get her forearm raked. See, they're trying to figure out who the foul's on. I think the officials had two different people. He actually was hit by both girls. Here's the one on Surratt. Yeah, it's key for New Michigan. They have more foul trouble than Fenway does, and they're behind by 7. So it looks like they're saying the foul was on the Barrows. Yeah, they got to work this out because both coaches make from Fenway's standpoint, it's a matter of strategy for John Rice as to who they attack in terms of foul trouble.
Right.
For Coach Bowie, he needs to keep his players in the game.
Sure.
I mean, you can't afford to. No, both girls actually hit her.
That's Surratt.
Yeah, Surratt hit her on the arm, definitely.
That one's on Surratt. Yeah, she got her arm in there.
If that's on Surratt, then that's 4 on her. If it's on the Barrows, I think that might be 4 on both of them, actually. Whoever gets the foul. Yeah, Coach Bowie is far more interested in this because he can't afford to lose Surratt. I'm not saying he can afford to lose the Barrows either, but of the two, I mean, Surratt's
a senior. She provides really the only outside shooting for this team.
She has some size. She has some size. She has outside shooting, which at least in the fourth quarter, if things keep going this way, it's going to be really important for New Michigan. You see Coach Bowie telling his team, listen, get your hand on the ball. You got to control the ball. They had a couple. They got a poke steal that led to a gully layup. At this point, possession, every single possession for New Michigan is important, even though we're only in the third quarter. Obviously a low-scoring game. This defense by Fenway, you gotta like the way that John Rice has changed up. He had a dominant 2, he had a box and 1, he had a zone, he had straight man-to-man. He's done a little bit of everything to really frustrate both Green and Surratt. So it's good that Gonzalez, I mentioned Gonzalez at 8 out of her 10 points here in the third quarter. She's got to keep that up because obviously, and make John put someone on her, which will open up the floor. Maybe Green can start getting to the basket or open up a couple of three-point shots for Surratt. But so far, it's been a bit of a chess game. And right now, Rice is winning.
Yeah, you haven't seen New Michigan. I mean, we've seen them with fast break points, but they haven't quite run as much as they normally like to.
They live by that. They live by it. They get these poke steals from behind. They've had a couple of those, but they haven't really been able to finish off many of the fast. Okay, the first play of the game was a fast break layup by New Michigan. Not much of anything since then. They're trying to, I'm not sure how the.
So either they have it wrong in the book, or there was some confusion between the referees as to who committed the foul.
I think there was confusion initially about who the foul was on, but now there's definitely a matter of what's in the book.
We'll find out because Seth's been in the middle of it the entire time.
Wow, so she did. Surratt fouled out, looks like.
So what we're hearing from our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky, is that New Michigan had her with her 4th foul. Fenway had her with her 5th foul. And then they actually only had 4 fouls on Surratt at the table, but then overturned the call to make it a foul on Surratt. So actually Surratt is just fouled out of the game.
Which obviously adds to the problems for New Michigan.
That particular foul was on Ashley Surratt. As we saw the replay earlier, clearly upset. She is, being a senior, it's the last city championship game. It's the last thing you want to happen.
But again, the aggressive play by Gully forced the foul action, and now she's going to increase the Fenway lead.
Gully knocks down both. She's now got 11 points for Fenway. Jayla Gonzalez again hits the runner. Jayla's keeping New Mission in this game. Cuts it back to a 7-point lead. Winter Neal, I'm going to call that on Shania Drayton.
Drayton tried to come around the pick.
Surprised at that call. Neal put her forearm out, and I thought it was an offensive foul.
That's what we've been seeing most of the game.
Armbrister steps in for another three. Green.
Just lost control of that. Third three-pointer by Armbrister. Back to a 10-point lead. The Mission needs a timeout.
Yep, 2:02 left to go here in the third. Titans trail by 10. Once again, Fenway playing at the pace that they want to. Now with this 10-point lead, and both Gully and Armbrister, who earlier were worried about Armbrister's foul trouble, now with 3 fouls, 2 minutes left in the third.
And a 10-point lead.
She can play a little bit more aggressively.
Exactly, right. Again, we knew that Coach Rice would start to go through Gully and Armbrister once the foul trouble started adding up for New Mission. And losing Surratt is a pretty big deal for New Mission.
Saw a shot there of Amaria Ashley, who was still trying to stretch out that knee. She got tied up earlier in the quarter on a fast break where she got fouled. Or actually, she committed a foul against Shari Green.
She says she feels well enough to stay in, so we'll see how that goes.
Coming out of the timeout, our sideline reporter Seth Orensky's got an update for us. Seth, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. 2 quick hits for Fenway. Omariah Ashley went down trying to take a blocking call against Jashari Green. She was really wincing afterwards, still working on that right ankle. They were just stretching during the break. The opposite side for New Mission, Vinny Bowie just said, hey, we can either take it right now and lay down, or we can fight back. He's trying to motivate his team after that 5th call called against Ashley Surratt. Guys?
Thanks very much, Seth. Good point by Coach Bowie, especially now that she's fouled out. New Mission just kind of has to forget about it.
Yeah, went into a 3/4 court press that time.
Wide open is Winter Neal, unable to hit the 3. Golston comes away with the rebound for New Mission. A traveling violation
on Gonzalez. You see Coach Rice.
Gully from the corner, off the back iron. Drayton with the rebound.
Going to be a foul on.
It's going to be on Ashley.
Yeah, Amari. I mean, as tough as things have been going for New Mission, it's still just the 3rd quarter. So
right, they're only down 10.
Yeah, they definitely have scorers. Obviously, they're going to miss the 3-point shooting from Surratt.
Rayla Gonzalez. She just hasn't been able to get those to fall tonight. Armbrister. Step back 3, banked home that time for Fenway by Winter Neal.
Biggest lead of the game.
Green inside to Drayton. Drayton gets the hoop and the foul for New Mission.
That foul's going to be on Armbrister. Good play, started by Green, and her teammate cut him to the basket. You see Armbrister, some body contact.
There's another look at it.
From the baseline, you see the contact right there, and good job to be able to squeeze it up.
Drayton unable to hit that free throw to complete the three-point play. 11-point lead for the for New Mission. For Fenway, excuse me. Ashley banking home a three. Fenway,
I tell you, banking home three-pointers.
Yeah, they practice using the backboard on the threes. And Drayton
again
fouled on her way to the rim.
Smart play by Drayton. Back-to-back plays. She went an arm bristle the first time. This time she goes right in gully. Watch her slide in. Gully gets hit for the blocking foul. Gully's fouled up. Well, they're hit.
I think the table had it on arm bristle.
Oh, okay.
So I think that needs to be clarified. That foul was definitely on Gully.
Well, 23-25, yeah.
Now they're saying it is on Kayana Armbruster.
The officials insisting that it's on Armbruster. They just asked again.
That foul was definitely on Janiyah Gully.
Yeah, but the official who made the call has to be overruled.
Here's another look at it.
There's no doubt it's on Gully. I mean, Armbruster is nowhere in the play. But again, I mean, New Mission's now doing what they need to do. They got. I mean, it's just bad luck that you get two banked three-pointers, which is what 5 in the quarter here for Fenway. That's why you're down 14. But you got to make some free throws.
So Armbruster is going to go sit down. She has 4 fouls right now. Drayton can't hit the second. New Mission now 5 for 18 from the free throw line. Drayton gets the tie up, and that's going to go back to New Mission. Surratt still rooting on her teammates after fouling out here in the third quarter. Shari Green scores off the window. Her first basket in a while. Cuts it down to 12. Winter Neal gets blocked inside by Green. That goes off of Neal. It's going to go back to New Mission.
Chance for the last shot of the quarter. Try to get this back to 10 points. Gonzalez.
Drayton can't get that one to go. Loose ball picked up by Ashley. 4 seconds left in the quarter. Ashley whistle for the travel. Drayton gets it off in time. So after 3 here at the girls 2020 Boston City Championship, Fenway with a 12-point lead thanks to Kayana Armbruster. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on Game of the Week.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. Right now, the Fenway Panthers lead the New Mission Titans 42-30. We're just about ready to start the fourth quarter here on Game of the Week. And right now, Fenway in full control. The only problem they have right now is Kiana Armbruster's sitting with 4 fouls.
And they can play through that because Gully has stepped up and played so well, both the second and third quarter. So I think that's less of an issue now. New Mission, meanwhile, still struggling with their half-court offense and their free throws. So, but you have to like the effort they started to give, like about the 3-minute mark when Coach Bowie called that timeout and implored them. Listen, there's plenty of time to go. You know, so we lost Surrett's of fouls, but we still got other players. And I like what Drayton's been doing. But she's been just playing hard, going to the basket. All right, and now you get Green. This is time for Green and both the Gonzalez twins to really get offensive minded.
Which is just about set to start the fourth quarter here at the Girls City Championship. 12-point lead for the Fenway Lady Panthers. Winter Neal trying for the jumper, no good. Here comes Jayla Gonzalez. She had a good third quarter, and she's going to get whistled. Oh, it's a foul at the top of the key.
Foul.
Jayla Gonzalez currently with 12 points and 7 rebounds.
I was saying Gully's fouled out.
And that foul was on Janiyah Gully.
Let's see. They called the foul. They called the foul on 3 apparently, not 23.
Yeah, that foul was on Winter Neal. Golston, good drive, couldn't finish. Green got fouled on the putback.
By Jahari. Watch the action inside. You see Green get her hands on the offensive rebound and knocked off balance on her shot. One thing from the mission is that Fenway with their team fouls is already in bonus. So the rest of this last 7:29 of the game, every foul from Fenway is going to result in free throw attempts. So it's just a matter of Fenway New Mission got to try and make some to stay in the game.
Green no good on the second. Shari Green now with 10 points. Titans. Monty Terry once again unable to convert. Drayton cross-court pass. And it's Gonzalez who can't finish the runner. Gully with the rebound.
I don't think
Fenway.
Gonzalez recognized that was Gully under there with her with 4 fouls. Gully wouldn't have challenged anything. Now it's time to kill some clock for Fenway.
Ashley lost that out of bounds. You mentioned New Mission's got to hit free throws, especially right now when you're trailing. You go to the free throw line, the clock is stopped.
Exactly right.
You got to hit your free throws here in the fourth quarter if you want to climb back into it.
That's the best chance to get back in.
They're currently 6 for 20 from the free throw line.
That's abysmal.
Drayton. Gonzalez whistled for the travel. As good as Rayla played last night, it's been sort of the opposite here this afternoon. Rayla just had a tough time getting anything going. Just 2 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. They call a backcourt violation on Tony Golston, but I didn't see her establish possession.
She didn't have possession there
until she was in the backcourt.
She made the. They're going to confer on this one because she actually had the deflection. You're right. She deflected the ball, but it went into the backcourt. She didn't have possession in the front court.
That's going to go back to New Mission. That's the right call.
It's good that they conferred on that one because it was a hustle play where she got the deflection.
We're going to talk about it again.
Yeah, they conferred and then went the wrong direction. All right.
So it is New Mission ball. Trailing by 11, 6:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. Barrows, corner three, off the back iron. Green, rebound, put back, no good. Rebound inside for Armbruster. Not sure. They're going to call that foul on Kiana Armbruster. They're going to say she shoved her from behind. Armbruster just fouled out. That's 13 points and 17 rebounds heading to the bench for Fenway. This is New Mission's chance now with Armbruster done for the night. And Coach Rice can't believe it. Mission calls a timeout here with 6:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll see if we get another look at it.
Okay, Armbruster.
She dipped her shoulder.
And also had the off arm go out a little bit. Again, from the baseline angle, it probably looked like it was more than it actually was. But like you said, Pat, you're talking about 11-point game.
Here's
Okay, from the baseline, we can see. Oh,
hey,
yeah, actually there is some contact. Yeah.
More of a clear out with her left arm there. So Armbruster clearly with that clear out with her left arm. Nice job by replay aficionado Alex Rios in the truck. Good shot there from Mitch Rosenthal. So now we got Armbruster fouled out on Fenway. Surratt fouled out on New Mission. New Mission's also got Green. I believe she's either got 3 or 4 fouls. And then Omaria Ashley either has 3 or 4 fouls for Fenway. So we could get into some situations here where we have
and Gully
a lot of players in foul trouble.
Gully has 4.
Kick ball on Amani Terry. So we're going to reset the shot clock. Terry going after the loose ball. It's going to be a jump ball that will stay with New Mission.
Try and get some open floor for either Gonzalez or, it's going to be a travel there, either Gonzalez or Green, but they have a force on that one.
Thrown away there by Fenway, so that'll go back to New Mission underneath their own basket.
This full court zone pressures giving Fenway some problems.
Barrows, top of the key. Gully with the rebound for Fenway. The pass almost stolen away by Golston. Gully gets it away to Winter Neal, who goes all the way to the rim. She's blocked inside by Green. Here comes Jayla Gonzalez, back down the other end.
Gully just fouled out.
So Gonzalez will get 2 free throws, and Janiyah Gully.
You see the reach in.
Maybe that was her 4th.
They said it. But the last time they thought there was fouls on her, they said she fouled out. Well, she has 4.
She must have 4. I think the last time there was confusion between her and Armbruster. Gonzalez knocks both down. Makes it a single-digit lead here for Fenway. 5.5 minutes left to go in regulation. Printemps.
travel, yeah.
Took an extra step. It's going to go back to New Mission.
Yeah, John's got to find another guard to put in there to help control the ball.
We saw this a little bit in the city semifinals as Fenway takes a timeout here with just under 5.5 minutes left to go. It was actually Gully who fouled out early in the city semifinal game last night, and Fenway had a tough time, breaking the press. They had a couple turnovers in the backcourt. Despite the two bigs being their best players, they're probably two of their better ball handlers too.
No doubt about it. Well, plus you get Armbrister with the length, you can always throw inbound with a high pass that she can get. Plus she has dribbling skills. Same with Gully. Gully has the height. You can just throw it inbound over the heads of the smaller defenders. She can control the ball. She has some dribbling talent. So it's but what John has, he has Gully actually inbounding the ball because she's safe. He's trusting of her probably the most and looking for his quicker players to get free. It's just not happening. And it's really a soft full court, backcourt press. It's not like anything really totally aggressive because they have foul trouble of their own.
That's right.
So
you're not seeing that trapping press
exactly.
as much.
It's more like Fenway not recognizing it. Good job by Coach Bowie to switch up his coverages.
So out of the timeout, New Mission with the basketball, trailing by 9.
See, normally this is where you'd see Surratt shooting threes, but she's already fouled out.
Amani Terry back down the other end, still can't hit the layup. Jayla Gonzalez gets it poked away by Winter Neal. Maria Ashley off the hesitation, all the way to the rim.
I'm not sure why she's shooting. That's not what Coach Rice wants.
Ashley still down on the floor. Jayla Gonzalez, quick feed inside to Green. They're going to have to go look at Amaria Ashley.
Official timeout for the injury. You see a nice pass between two defenders. So, there's a beautiful pass by Gonzalez.
So now Fenway has Armbrister fouled out, and if Amaria Ashley has to sit for a little while, she's one of their main ball handlers. So then you can see Fenway really struggle against the press if she has to sit for a while. She looks like she's trying to walk it off.
I think Bryce will just have someone else do the inbounds and make Gully available.
All right, Ashley, 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists right now, sitting on the bench. Here's Gully, bringing it up now for Fenway. Feeds it inside beautifully, and Winter Neal's going to get 2 free throws.
See, Gully, like I said, she has the ability, once she gets the ball back, nice bounce pass. Set her teammate up for a layup attempt.
Neal, no good on the first quarter. Fenway still looking for their first points of the quarter.
We're almost halfway through.
0 for 2 from the line is Neal. Gully comes away with the offensive rebound. Winter Neal going baseline. We got another foul inside. That might be on Jayla Gonzalez, I believe.
Nice strong drive by Neal. Yeah, you can see a bump.
Neal knocks down the first.
It all started with that offensive rebound on the miss by Gully. Gully's, I'll tell you, she's been the one constant for Fenway.
Neal no good in the second. Gully with another rebound.
Not going to travel there. That's just unfortunate because she may have a real nice hustle play, but she was underneath, over one of the defenders and took the extra step.
Gully now with 15 rebounds for Fenway. Jyla Gonzalez short of the jumper. DeBarros with the rebound. Over to Tony Golston. DeBarros, three, top of the key, off the back rim. She gets her own rebound. Jyla Gonzalez off the up fake. Can't get the runner to go. Neal with the rebound for Fenway. Victor Neal dribbling through traffic. Neal gets fouled by Golston.
It'll be 1-1. They're both teams now in bonus. The foul actually saved the traveling violation.
Substitution for New Mission. Shania Drayton coming back in for the Lady Titans as DeBarros sits to the bench.
Yeah, the problem that the Mission's having is they just can't make any shots. They've hustled their way defensively to get shots, but they just can't put anything down.
Amari Ashley now back in for Fenway. Neal knocks down the first free throw.
It's a big free throw. That's the front of a 1-on-1.
Cannot hit the second. Gully chasing after the rebound. Green comes away with it for New Mission. Green tries to feed it inside. She tripped up over herself though, and that's going to be a traveling violation.
The sneaker stuck on the floor as she was trying to make a pass.
Football, they call it the turf monster.
Exactly.
We'll call it the hardwood monster.
We'll call it the black line, the three-point line monster. Right.
Monty Terry. Fenway trying to kill a little bit of clock here. We're coming up on 3 minutes left to go. Still 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Ashley all the way to the rim, gets caught underneath. We're going to foul inside as Melissa Gomes-Barros will head to the free throw line.
Let's see, Ashley. Offensive rebound, that's the key.
Barros knocks down the first.
One of the seniors making an important free throw. Back to a 10-point game.
Kiana DeBarros for New Mission coming back in as Shania Drayton heads to the bench. Golston picks up the missed free throw. Here comes Ryla Gonzalez. Feeds it inside to DeBarros, who can't get the layup. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with New Mission. Titans still down by 10. Jyla Gonzalez banks home the runner.
Tough shot. She squeezed between two defenders. Banked it home.
That's off of New Mission. Going to stay with Fenway. Lady Panthers trying to hang on to an 8-point lead here with 2.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. No pass that time to Ashley. She's being guarded closely by DeBarros, and DeBarros is called for the reach-in.
Yeah, tried for the poke steal from behind.
So Ashley will now be shooting a 1-and-1. Next foul on either side, and that team will be shooting in the double bonus.
This fourth quarter is really stretched out with all these fouls, but as to be expected, you got New Mission trying to get themselves back in the game. Meanwhile, Fenway is trying to hold on to this lead. Again, we talked about free throws and rebounds. And the free throws in this fourth quarter for Fenway. They've been able to keep this lead, and now they're back up by 10 again.
2 huge free throws there from Ashley. Like you mentioned, Allen stretches it back out to 10. Golston. Golston trying to go baseline, can't hit the runner. Green comes away with the loose ball, and Jashari Green's going to get 2 more from the stripe.
Jashari's had a really frustrating night offensively, but mainly from the free throw line, but she's trying to hang in. A couple of offensive rebounds. We talked about, I mentioned earlier, whenever New Mission scores 50 or more, they're undefeated. But it looks like they're not going to get close to 50 today. They're still down 10. Yeah, 4 for 11 from one of your top scorers is going to kill you.
Green now 4 for 12 from the free throw line, with the team trailing by 10, coming up on 2 minutes left to go. Gully over to Neal. Winter Neal, good swing. Amani Terry, corner 3, off the mark. Gully comes away with the rebound. Didn't hit the rim, so there's only 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ashley towards the basket. She gets tied up inside by DeBarros. So Amari Ashley back at the free throw line.
This is the drive. Yeah, DeBarros reached in.
Ashley now with 17 points for the Fenway Lady Panthers. She misses the first. Shania Drayton coming back in for New Mission. Golston heading to the bench.
Yeah, the group that's been out there for most of the fourth quarter for New Mission is just wearing down now. They've been full court pressing, zone pressing, and that takes a toll on you.
Ashley misses both. Here comes Jashari Green. Over to Ryla Gonzalez, and Ryla's going to get 2 free throws.
You see Ryla, nice little crossover to get the contact. Talked about frustrating offensive nights. Ryla has to feel the same way as Green. Talking about this, that was just her 3rd point.
Right, she had 19 in the city semifinals yesterday. 1 for 2 from the line is Gonzalez. 9-point lead for Fenway. Imani Terry tries for the runner. That's going to be an offensive foul on Imani Terry. Another player who's just had a tough time offensively. Substitution for the Lady Panthers. Terry has to come out. She fell hard after that foul. Jyla Gonzalez getting tied up underneath. And that's going to go back to Fenway after the jump ball.
Good defensive play.
We're used to seeing New Mission just fly up and down the floor of both ends, and we just haven't seen it this afternoon.
You just gave the key to the game.
It's been
it
slowed
hasn't
down.
happened at all. The slow down game and the foul trouble. There's no doubt about that. The foul trouble made them a little more tentative than usual. But you're right. The fact that New Mission was not able to rebound, get the steals, that opens up their fast break, that changed the entire game. It started like in the first quarter. And once Fenway took the select, they took the 6-point lead at halftime. Since then, they just been sort of milking it. New Mission's never been able to come back in the second half to take a lead or tie the game. Unfortunately for them, the really bad foul free throw shooting has killed them, as well as the fact that losing Surratt so early, having her foul out in the third quarter, takes away one of your main deep shooting threats. And so I think she made 1 or 2 threes in the game, but clearly, in terms of team confidence, when you lose one of your outside shooters and you need some shooting, that really makes everyone else feel like there's more pressure.
That's right. New Mission has just 1 made 3 in this game. That's from Ashley Surratt, who's been on the bench since the third quarter.
Like you mentioned, it's a tough way as a senior to finish up.
It's your last city championship game. Certainly very disappointing for Ashley. Not only for her playing, but you know, she's seen her 2 older sisters play in the city championships.
Yeah.
Fenway again just playing keep away here. Coming up on a minute left to go. Trying to nurse this 9-point lead. Almost a turnover. There's a steal there by DeBarros. Here comes Green back down the other end. Scoring the layup, cuts it down to 7. New Mission calls a timeout with 49 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Here's the fast break you asked for after the steal, right? Good job out front. See DeBarros with a nice steal, good pass. See, like you mentioned, New Mission's used to doing that 10, 12 times a game. That may have been like the third, maybe the second or third real fast break coming off a steal.
Here's another look at the finish here from Jashari Green. If you're New Mission, I mean, I know your best 3-point shooter is on the bench, but do you say to, you know, the Gonzalez twins can hit some threes once in a while. I wonder if Coach Bowie maybe asked them to take maybe a couple more down the stretch than they normally do.
You might, but I think he would rather have them go strong to the basket, try to create some fouls. Everything is double bonus now. The problem is that everyone for New Mission's had a tough time shooting free throws.
Sure.
But you know, you're fighting the clock as well as the score, so you want to stop the clock anytime you can. And they've tried driving to the basket. They've had just some terrible luck.
Well, out of the timeout, Fenway with the basketball, a 7-point lead.
Set from behind, going to have Ashley go to the line again. This time it'll be double bonus. If what you're saying, but actually, if the Fenway defense just pulls back to rebound, you may see them New Mission jack up some 3-pointers.
Ashley can't hit the first. Can't hit the second either, so New Mission down by 7. Green goes all the way to the other end of the floor. No foul off, a lot of contact there. Drayton to the basket.
That's a foul.
That's going to be on Gully, I believe. That's now her 5th.
Drayton, we saw her do this in the third quarter. Just forced the action by sort of throwing her body in there. Yeah, I tell you, Gully is as much responsible for this Fenway lead as anybody. With her rebounding, her overall game.
Drayton no good on the second. Rebound inside by Gomes Barrows. So now she's going to get 2 from the stripe down the other end. Fenway trying to desperately hang on here with a 7-point lead. Their top two players, Kiana Armbrister and Janiah Gully, have fouled out. Those Barrows cannot hit the first. Right now it's a 3-possession game. With New Mission being very unsuccessful shooting threes tonight.
Or free throws.
It's more of, it's almost a 4-possession game. Drayton going all the way to the rim. Winter Neal comes up with the rebound. Fenway right now leading New Mission in rebounds 55-35. So you look at that, you look at the free throws, and you know why Fenway has this 7-point lead.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about that. I mean, rebounding, and most of it, we talked about Gully and Armbrister. Armbrister fouled out a while ago. Gully just fouled out, but yeah, 17 rebounds apiece. That's 34 between those two girls. They'll always make a difference. You make it. You can rebound on both ends like that. Makes a huge difference.
Two big free throws there from Winter Neal. Extends the lead to 9. Rayla Gonzalez inside to Jayla. That's sort of been
the
game. I mean, New Mission has missed a lot of shots right around the rim. To go along with the free throws they've missed. The Fenway Lady Panthers make it a three-peat here at the Boston City Championship. So add another city championship title to the resume of Coach John Rice, who's in his 22nd city championship. And certainly just a really slug it out kind of, plodding pace from Fenway, which is what you would expect.
That's good.
You would expect it from a team whose best players are bigs.
Well, and you have to give Coach John Rice some credit. He changed things around enough. He confused the offense of New Mission, and they had a tough time anyway with their bad free throw shooting. But their regular offense, like you mentioned a number of times, no fast breaks, and they depend on that so much. It's just a totally different game when you can't do something that you depend on. So, like you said, plotting good, especially the second half. Second half, totally. Because Armbrister and Gully for Fenway, with their rebounding, 17 rebounds apiece. You hardly ever see that at the high school level, but the way the game slowed down, rebounding became that much more important. And those two girls really controlled things.
No question. Fenway played it the way they wanted to play it, and that's why they come home with the 2020 Girls Boston City Championship. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our final stats and our player of the game here at the City Championships. Make sure you stick around.
I never graduated from high school. I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber.
Breathe right into your foot.
Your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September. I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
My son Andrew was always a joy to be around. I always taught him to be accepting of other people. That's why when Andrew was suddenly fired from his teaching job for being gay, my heart just broke. As a parent, how do you prepare your child for something like that? I hope we get to a place where people will be treated with respect, equality, and love.
Welcome back to Madison Park High School in Roxbury at the conclusion of the girls' 2020 Boston City Championship. The Fenway Panthers defeat the New Mission Titans. And once again, Fenway city champions for the third year in a row. John Rice, no stranger to the city championship circle. He's won another one here for Fenway. And Janiyah Gully, no stranger to getting the play of the game here on Game of the Week. So we're going to toss it right over to them. It's Janiyah Gully and Coach Rice with our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth, take it away.
Feels like a little bit of deja vu. Janiyah Gully and John Rice of Fenway. Janiyah, we had you as a freshman after the win, now as a senior of 4P. What does this one mean?
I don't know. I'm shocked because I had to make sure my team didn't give up after Kayana had fouled out. I had to keep telling them over and over, the game is not over until it hits 0-0.
This was a difficult game for you guys. In that fourth quarter, you couldn't really get any buckets. You had to rely on your defense, and that's where you came up huge. 17 rebounds, 4 blocks. When you knew that New Mission is a little bit smaller of a team, how big of a job was it for you to kind of control the paint, make sure they didn't get easy layups, make sure they didn't get those second chance points?
Very big, because all they kept doing was going to the basket. I had to try to make sure they shot. They were trying to rely on going to the paint, getting fouled. Most of their points came from the foul line. So I tried to stop that as much as I could.
You also hit a couple of deep shots, showed off the jumper a little bit during that run. You guys go 6-0 to end the second quarter, then 5-0 to start the third. How big was that to kind of put them away with their offense struggling today? They never were able to really get back within a possession.
Very big. Some of our teammates, I could tell in their face that they thought we were going to lose and give up, but I was like, no, we have to keep our heads in this game. They're expecting us to give up after their little run.
Congratulations, Janiyah, and good luck in the state tournament. Very proud coach over here. You've had her since she was a 6th grader. You only had 2 seniors on this team. What do those 2 seniors mean in terms of the players who play a lot to this group with so many young players on your team?
Well, we have 3 seniors, and Melissa Barrows, experienced senior, wasn't able to play last year. She came in big in the end for us. It was very special. And just seeing the maturity of Janiyah Gully speak as a freshman, looking at her old films, and the maturity, and for us to finish like this was really special win, one I'll never forget.
We talked before the game about how good the guards were for New Mission, but Omira Ashley was one of your best players for most of the game. Your guard, who probably outscored most of their guards. How big was her play today, recognizing you couldn't afford to turn it over, give them fast break points, not only handling the ball, but getting to the hoop as well?
Well, you know, our backcourt, they're strong defenders. Even the freshman Heidi Barr, Janiyah Printemps, little Janiyah, did an amazing job trying to just slow down Jashari Green. And that kind of was able to help Omari keep her legs a little fresher offensively. And the strategy paid off a bit. Still just tough to slow Jashari Green down, but I think we did just enough. It looked like she did wear down, and Omari didn't have to work as hard on the defensive end.
You always play a tough schedule, but both of these games have been difficult, up and down, a little bit of adversity. How does that help you going into the state tournament next week?
Well, I think we could arguably have the toughest non-league schedule in the state. And, and then we split with New Mission, played Latin Academy twice, Bridgewater Raynham, St. Mary's tournament. So it's, I think we're prepared. Madenon's out there. They're like 18-1. So hopefully we can make it back to TD Garden.
Coach, 4 games in 5 days. I'm sure even you're a little bit tired. Good luck next week.
Thank you so much.
Guys, take it away.
Seth, thanks very much. So Fenway, Janiyah Gully, and Coach Rice with another city championship. We're going to take a look at the final stats here before we sign off from the girls' city championship. And first up, it's New Mission.
So this is a New Mission. A little deceiving, 30 points between Gonzalez and Green, but for them, they were poor shooting nights, especially from the free throw line. Rebounds, Green did have 8, Gonzalez also with 8, and Gonzalez did end up with 5 assists, and Harry Green had 2 assists. But looks impressive, but for them, those are actually low numbers.
Let's take a look at Fenway's final stats.
Yeah, Fenway wins because of the rebounding, but Ashley ended up with 17 points to guard. Armbruster, before she fouled out, with 13, so 30 points between the inside-out combination of those two. Armbruster and Gully, 17 rebounds apiece. You just never see that in the girls' game, but that was the key to the game. Ashley ended up with 4 assists, and also Gully added 2 assists of her own. Just interesting, Pat. I mean, the way Gully just took the game over, second and third quarter, when the Fenway girls needed some kind of a spark. They knew Armbruster was in foul trouble. She actually had 4 fouls for a while.
That's right.
But during that time when she was a little hesitant, Gully on both ends, especially rebounding, really just controlled the game.
She absolutely did, especially when her team needed it most. Folks, we want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Girls City Championship here in 2020. If you want to watch this game again, you can go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week. All the games from this 2020 BPS high school basketball season are up there. You can also go to our social media sites. You can follow us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. A lot of good links and updates on that site. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. One game down here at the City Championships. We got the boys game coming up next. But for right now, we're going to say so long here from Madison Park High and Roxbury. We'll see you next time on Game of the Week. Take care, everybody.